feel like I keep putting up the same, the wrong. Oh, okay, we in there like swimwear. Y'all, I'm just getting into the video so we can get into the video. I ain't got nothing spectacular, just a little Jack in the Box. Because I really don't have an appetite today. I wasn't. I'm probably going to have to, which I really don't eat that that much of anyway. But I may have to lay off this fried stuff for a minute. Come on in, I'm gonna give y'all some time to come in. Happy, what's today? Monday? Tuesday? Monday? Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. You guys, I went really quick while y'all come in. I went live on TikTok. It was fun. The TikTok clock don't go as fast as the YouTube clock. So if you, when you feeling like you've been sitting there talking forever and a day, and TikTok be like, oh no, girl, that was only 10 minutes. You be like, damn. Damn. But you know, I'm gonna have a setup to where I can do both at the same time. Go live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. Or whatever. And come on in here. I'm gonna take me a bite and then we're gonna get into it. We're gonna jump into this Larry King content. I keep calling him Larry King. Who the hell is Larry King? Larry Reid. We're gonna get into this Larry Reid content. Because low-key Tasha K gonna make me pay for her subscription. I really don't want to. But she got an interview with a dude that said that he's, you know. I'm just like, can we expose some white people during Black History Month? Why we gotta expose each other during our month? Can we like do the opposite? Can we expose some of the shenanigans that the other folks do? Damn. Look at him. Look at him. Y'all can't see him, but
You already. Mercury. Merc. Ain't nothing in there.
and it just tickles me how he just uses his paw. Child, I'll be in the bathroom, and next thing you know, you see that little paw. And you be like, what is going on? My shit. Maybe God telling me I don't need to do this content. I love a good fruit punch though. All right, y'all, let me get a bite of this burger. Mm. And let's get into it. Hey, Gina. Hey. Gina said, hey, Jeremy. Oh, he got his headset on, y'all. He can't hear me. Or he gonna pretend like he can't hear me. Y'all know how he do. So we gonna get into this video. It's from a content creator, a YouTuber. He has about 4,000 subs. A safe space with V. Terrell Hill. I'm assuming the V, from what I've gathered, the V stands for Vincent. But we're gonna get into it. So he put up a video and it's called Disruptive Truth. Silencing the Lies. Larry Reid Live. Hey, Tanae. What you packing for lunch? I hope this gets loud.
Right. Knowledge, yeah, and a new perspective. But most of all, it's caused me to clearly see how silence is complicity. Thus, my silence, though serving me, has not served the masses. So as the universe wills, I am presented an opportunity to come clean. Let me start by apologizing to all that have been affected by what I'm about to address, but suffered long because of my silence. I must also seize the moment to offer my apologies to one person in particular, Elisa Dunn. I know what it is to play a part in a network where victims were created.
Hey, Bob.
And to be
Hey,
honest with
Mariah.
you, I
Hey,
didn't
thank
say
you.
anything at all. And it's one of my biggest regrets. It's the reason why I'm really doing this video. Specifically, there are two people that I carry in my heart because I should have spoke up and I didn't. And though I think it's too late to stir the waters now, I want to say to you two specifically, I am so sorry. It will be self-explanatory by the end of this episode why I needed to apologize to Lisa. And by the way, hi, my name is Vincent Terrell Hill. Some call me Buddha. Some call me V. Terrell Hill. And for some of you, you call me Elder Vincent Terrell Hill. I worked with Larry Reid from Larry Reid Live from 2003 to 2018. In that time, I was everything from a personal assistant, executive assistant. I traveled statewide and internationally. But most importantly, I am the creator and originator of the Larry Reid Live show. Throughout those 15 years, 13 years were spent in a sexual relationship with Larry Reid. For a while, I believe...
Wait, hold on. I need something with a little bit bass in it. I need some bass. Hold on, y'all. Let me. Melinda. Let me see how much juice her tablet got. Cause this one look like it's on 15%. And how much juice does the iPad have? Can you take a? It's dying. That's why I'm asking.
What's up, Mary?
Child, I'm about to choke. I'm about to. I need. Child, I almost want to put it on the TV, low key. How much juice you got?
62.
Oh, we winning then.
No, we're not. Because you ain't having none.
You want some fries?
Sorry, y'all. Excuse me. No good.
You got some. Make sure you
Y'all already know. I was like, oh, shoot.
just get a towel and some soap and just dap it because you don't want it to stain the shirt because you want to keep wearing it. Not now. Just make sure. Don't forget to do it. Hey, the gifted. You DM. Okay, I haven't been on Insta.
Do I need some paper towel?
Yeah, in about an hour or so, but I will. Okay, so Vincent said he's been in a session relationship with Larry Reid. Hold on, y'all. Let me get back to it. Because I am, when some videos start, you don't be prepared to shoot. Hold on, let's get back into the video. We gotta get past the ad and whatnot.
Selecting a prop. Generate some ideas for wacky new products that might be popular in 2025.
There we go. That's what I need.
After working on a 7-part
Put this one on the
series
charger.
on spiritual abuse, I've gained a wealth of knowledge and a new perspective. But most of all, it's caused me to clearly see how silence is complicity. Thus, my silence, though serving me, has not served the masses. So as the universe wills, I am presented an opportunity to come clean. Let me start by apologizing to all that have been affected by what I'm about to address, but suffered long.
Hey, Click D.
I must also seize the moment to offer my apologies to one person in particular, EnishaDanielle. I know what it is to play a part in a network where victims were created. And to be honest with you, I didn't say anything at all. And it's one of my biggest regrets. It's the reason why I'm really doing this video. Specifically, there are two people that I carry in my heart because I should have spoke up and I didn't. And though I think it's too late to stir the waters now, I want to say to you two specifically, I am so sorry. It will be self-explanatory by the end of this episode why I needed to apologize to Lisa. And by the way, hi, my name is Vincent Terrell Hill. Some call me Buddha. Some call me V. Terrell Hill. And for some of you, you call me Elder Vincent Terrell Hill. I worked with Larry Reid from Larry Reid Live from 2003 to 2018. In that time, I was everything from a personal assistant, executive assistant. I traveled statewide and internationally. But most importantly, I am the creator and originator of the Larry Reid Live show. Throughout those 15 years, 13 years were spent in a sexual relationship with Larry Reid. For a while, I believed I was the only one, or rather, the only man. However, Larry made me aware after our sexual relationship was over, I wasn't. I will disclose the other men in the church he's had some sort of sexual relationship with outside.
My question is, how many men got to come out and say that they had some type of relationship with Larry Reid? I keep wanting to call him Larry King. Yeah, oh, that was a different live, y'all. I had to delete that live and start this one with the name correction because I put Larry King in the first one. For y'all to understand that this man is what, bisexual or something? Like, is people just convinced that it's not true at this point? Like, what's going on? And is people coming out because he on the down low?
Of me as we move
I ain't waking up with D. Harry.
Most of what I say in this video is provable. Everything else I saw with my own eyes or those directly connected to it told me. None of this is secondhand information.
I did take my comment on having it is in your ass. So it's my students in you.
Wait,
Yes.
wait.
While he was married.
Hold on. We not gonna just gloss over that.
And to be honest with you, I didn't say anything at all.
Hold on, y'all. I'm
It's one of
sorry.
my-
I gotta get back to that.
You called me Elder Vincent.
Oh my
Terrell.
goodness.
I work with Larry. Vincent Terrell Hill.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, Nene.
Live from 2003 to 2018. In that time, I was everything from a personal assistant, executive assistant.
I'm sorry, y'all.
travel
I'm sorry. I
statewide
can't give.
internationally, But most importantly, I am the creator and originator of the Larry Reid Live Show.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout those 15 years,
Mm-hmm.
13 years were spent in a sexual relationship with Larry Reid.
Okay.
For a while, I believed I was the only one.
I don't know how you believe that.
The only man. However, Larry made me aware after our sexual relationship was over, I wasn't. I will disclose the other men in the church he's had some sort of sexual relationship with outside of me as we move forward. Most of what I say in this video is provable. Everything else I saw with my own eyes or those directly connected to it told me. None of this is secondhand information.
Okay. This man, so this is what I was trying to get to. It's an audio. This man said you did take my cum for I don't know how many years in your ass. What? So my spirit is in you.
Yes. While he was married.
Married?
Traveling the road. Working with me on Larry Reid Live. We maintained an ongoing sexual relationship.
Well, you trifling because you knew that man was married.
He, Shamako Bryant, and myself was aware of from 2005 to approximately 2017 when I cut off the sexual relationship. Shamako didn't like our relationship.
But he loved both of us. There was a side of him that didn't like our relationship.
Didn't like our relationship.
More on Shamako later. Now you may ask, where did I get these audio clips from? Late night on January the 15th, 2023, Larry drove to my house to have a conversation with me months after him and I stopped communicating because he halted payment on an arrangement agreed upon for years of work I did during my 13 years of service with Larry, the Breakthrough Church, Breakthrough Temple, and all of the iterations thereof, including Larry Reid Live.
Okay.
If you remember January the 15th, 2023, you may also remember Levontre Andrews. He was being interviewed by Tasha K.
Okay.
Appearing in parts on YouTube, but in full on her website that same night.
I remember the interview that she advertised with Levontre. He was coming out saying, I think that was the guy that said he was groomed and things like that. I remember that. And she said the full interview was going to be on her website. I do remember that.
That night, he texted me out of nowhere wanting to talk and saying he will pay me my money that he owes me.
I'm going to show you a way to potentially make money by pairing
What?
Amazon with the power of AI.
So you was willingly having a sexual relationship with a married, with that woman's man. Okay, y'all, we got some text messages. I need to turn up the brightness. I had two dreams. Hold on. I had two dreams about you 2 weeks ago.
Now, one might feel it was hush money. However, he attributed his desire to talk to a dream he had. And he felt led to text me and to meet with me. Now, speaking of Levontre Andrews, let's go ahead and air this out real quick. If honest, Levontre and Larry would corroborate this one thing. I had no idea Levontre had accused Larry of molesting him 2 years later. To this day, I haven't received a clear answer from Larry or anyone in Larry's camp why no one told me. When I was literally the guy that handled all of the, or most of the fires rather, in the church. When Larry finally told me what happened around 2017 or something like that, 16 or 17, approximately 16 or 17, it was a very super generic story that I believed Levontre was lying because I remember Levontre being a lying teenager in the church.
Wow.
So I just chucked it off and went on about my business. After leaving the Larry Live community in 2018, someone prompted me, you need to go speak to Levontre. he feels like you helped Larry cover up his story. And I said, huh? So I reached out to Levante just simply to let him know I didn't find out till many years later, only to realize that phone call brought me more than what I bargained for. Once Levante gave me his side of the story, significant parts of it startled me because it mirrored the same sexual experiences I had with Larry Reid. See, Larry is a voyeur. He loves to see people naked. Daquan recounts a time that Larry purchased him new underwear and wanted to see him in the underwear. Levante recounted a time where Larry asked him to clean up his room in his underwear. But Levante didn't know up until now, and he still doesn't know, he's hearing this while you're hearing this, I knew he was telling the truth the whole time.
Wow.
Because I too was requested by Larry to do the exact same thing many a times.
What's the
Although I
cleaning
wasn't
your
there,
drawers? I
said to Larry, as it relates to Levante, here's what I said to Larry. Either you did something to Levante, or you provided the inappropriate details of your bedroom fetishes to a young member in the church. Either way, you are dirty, dog, wrong.
One thing that always bothered me about this Levante is one thing and one thing only. When I talked to him back in 17, 18, he said something that was eerily similar to our experience. And I asked you about it, and you said that you told him some stuff, and yada, yada, yada. So, in my mind, even if that was just that, there was already a line crossed. You think maybe you can just let him have this and just let him filter it out?
Just let him have this.
That's what we're talking about. And Marco said, he said, I know y'all gonna be talking about other stuff. He said, but you need to ask Vincent and stuff like this. Vincent good what to do.
But I don't think that would bode well in court, because that admission could be seen as, well, if he was having an improper relationship with the assistant, why couldn't he have an improper relationship with the drummer?
Right.
So that's a lot.
It shouldn't have happened. And I told Larry explicitly, leave that boy alone. Now let me go deeper.
Real?
No abuser operates alone, right? He or she always has a network of people to help them be who and how they are, which is a monster. No abuser operates alone. There is always a network of people aiding and hiding their secrets and abetting in their schemes and dirty work. If you know you are or were a part of such a network, get out while you can. Shamako Bryant, though he appears nice, is not innocent. In my opinion, you know what's worse than someone who stabs you in the back? That same person who hides the knife and helps you clean the wound. Shamako and Larry were boyfriends.
What?
Before I even got in the picture in 2003. And in my opinion, still maintain some sort of romantic understanding or committed relationship.
With men.
For those who were around in the church days, Mako moved out, and right after he moved out to his own apartment, I moved in to Larry's house. Mako did not like the fact that I was there because he knew Larry would eventually not keep his hands to himself, and he couldn't do anything about it. So guess who had to pay for it because he could not control Larry? I did. Shamako found out about Larry and I when I told him in 2005 doing a ride back from Raleigh to Fayetteville, and here is how it happened. Prior to that, Mako and I, wanting to see each other naked, met at the then church musician's house, Antoine Shepard, while he was out of town. Mako, for whatever reason, had a key to Antoine's house, So we went there, stripped naked.
What?
We were young and dumb, giddy and childish, but hey, we did it. I thought it was a good time. We didn't touch each other at the time. We just saw each other naked.
Wait,
however,
so Shamako was in a relationship with Larry. You was living with Larry. And then, yes, child, Fayetteville from Raleigh. And so y'all decided that y'all wanted to link up together and see each other naked. And then this man was married to a whole, where was the what?
I thought was Mako being fun and my friend. In reality was him fishing for information on whether or not Larry and I was having sex. He was willing to do anything to find out. And of course, I told it. Because at the time, I didn't know any better. Mako, as late as 2021, is still the same way. Sneaky and sexually deviant. Yes, we flirted. I'm not a superstar in this. He fondled me all the time, playing around, touching me in areas he shouldn't touch me. We've exchanged nudes. The Thursday before the Reformation experience in 2021, Mako masturbated in front of me on FaceTime whilst I watched. He asked me of my thoughts of a foursome between Larry, Kendall, Locklear, and myself. He said it was a fantasy of his. Well, I guess that's a fivesome or quadruplet or whatever, it's five. He even...
So y'all supposed to be out here, wait a minute. He said that Marco was doing things that he shouldn't have been doing, but you was complicit in that, and you knew that Larry was okay.
Admitted by being caught by Nathan Locklear's now incarcerated son Day Day at a gay meetup spot off of Cheshire Bridge Road. Is Mako sweeter acting, portraying way more innocent in comparison to Larry Reid? Yes. But is he worse than Larry Reid, if you ask me? Absolutely. Now, I need to stop to say sorry to Latrice and Lisa. While at this time you both were being dogged by your ex-husbands for what y'all did or were doing, they did it first and literally continued to do it right up under your noses.
Hold on. So Mako was married. Larry Reid is married. You over here low-key sleeping with the man too. And both these men were married? Y'all, can I take a bite of my taco real quick, y'all? Let me multitask real quick. Don't judge me, yeah. I saw a new menu item, and I got it.
He was going in like, the only thing we got in common is X, Y, and Z, and this, right, this. And I'm like, what is you talking about? That's not a good look. And the way you try to say, I'm the queen of the family, that was degrading. It was disrespectful.
The reality is that their timeline makes no sense to me. When they say the relationship started and the issues with Mako and Latrice's relationship is very strange. Because in my opinion, before we moved from North Carolina, this may not be true. But in my mind, they were already in a relationship under Mako's nose. So in my mind, I feel like they're not truthful, but they could be telling their truth. But from the outside looking in, it looks like you're grown enough to look back and see when this relationship started. Now, what you're telling us sounds good, but the reality is there was a connection, something drawn between y'all before then, because she was spending a lot of time over there. And even from a professional standpoint, Felicia brought a broken relationship with her daughters to our church to be fixed. And Latrice was supposedly one of the keys. That's why her and Felicia was connected. But when I began to notice something else going on, I told Latrice and Shamako in North Carolina a long time ago, I said, keep them at your house. I said, because there's something with lesbian doesn't connect to them. And I even put Felicia under that same, for lack of a better word, spirit, because that's how I was communicating then. It was you and another woman while you married. That should have never been. But it was, and that's okay. So when they tell this story like it's squeaky clean, I don't know who y'all want to believe that. I don't believe it.
Let's talk about Kendall.
My question is, what kind of praise and worships is going on? Because it don't sound like it's no praise and no worships and no tithes and no offerings and no building funds and no Bible studies. It just seemed like y'all just having a whole lot of different type of sexual things under the guise of God. Like, God, and don't disguise the fuck shit with God. God didn't ask for that. Y'all see, that's what I be trying to tell people. People be wanting to put God name and stuff. Well, God, and I believe in God and God and God and God and God. And that man is up there looking like, y'all is stop talking about me. God is like, can y'all stop putting my name in y'all nonsense? Oh my goodness.
It's the same. Complicit and just as sexual promiscuous, allegedly. I've seen, Kendall, I've seen you with my own eyes nude. You sent a nude to Mako. Mako showed it to me. It was a side profile of you with your back arched and you're on all fours on your bed looking at the camera.
What?
I saw it. You know you took it. You didn't send it to me. How did Mako get it? Right. According to Mako, Kendall was caught sending his nudes all over Miami. When caught, Larry wouldn't fire him, according to what Mako told me, because Kendall.
Did y'all catch that? He called it a cult. Because what was y'all just recruit? This shit sounds like the Fruit Loop in Vegas. This shit sounds like the goddamn like just because people can speak and talk a good game. You said this must be the testimonial portion of service. Does it mean that what they saying is just because somebody can quote a scripture to you don't make them a pastor? Just because a person can quote a scripture to you don't mean that they have a church. Like, what? Y'all was doing a lot of freaking sneaky before like
too much. It was a liability to keep him and a liability to fire him.
I bet it was.
I told you this network is dirty, dark, and deviant. Nathan Locklear, I want to apologize for what I'm going to say next, but your business has been broadcasted to Mako, Kendall, and myself by, I guess at the time it was Apostle Reid, maybe it was Larry. He shared how you were the best dick sucker he's ever had or experienced.
What?
He also went as far as to share your nudes with us. They were still shot.
Hey, Nita. Where's Vacation Bible School? What is going on? Oh, my goodness.
Of the video, I guess you were in front of Larry naked on FaceTime where, well, Larry was recording and sent us the still shots. Now, those of you that are viewers, you may not recognize this, what I'm going to show you, but Nathan knows his body, and I'm sure Crystal does too.
Top 3 reasons why now is the best time to play Honkai Star Rail. Number 1, if you're seeing this video, that means it's not too late. They are giving away 80 free pools if you download from this video. Number 2, the storylines, characters, and music are all...
Prophet Philip McFeeters, pastor of Life Changers World Worship Center, located in Louisville, Kentucky. According to Larry, Philip and him are also sexually active and emotionally entangled. Are you seeing this pattern?
Yeah.
Why do I have a video of Prophet McFeeters drunk, stripping naked while entering a hotel room in Miami? Take a wild guess how I would get that video.
Really?
Go ahead, I'm making sure you get in the bed.
Y'all, it's a video.
Go get the bed. I'm gonna go get my bed. Text me in the morning. You wake up. All right, love you too. I thought you had to pee. I'm gonna pee when I get home. Okay.
Now, honestly and sincerely, I would like to apologize to Philip and Nathan for them falling casualties in this messy web. But if I left them out of the extremes, the point of this video would be for naught. I could go on and on. Junior, the bodybuilder, the security, the masseuse.
What?
Another sexual partner of Larry, according to what Larry told me this past April 2023. Everyone in this picture are the ones I've just named. So if you want to know who is Larry having sex with or some kind of sexual immoral relationship with, look at those in his inner circle.
But hold on, safe space. Was it immoral when he was having sex with you? Or it was just immoral when he was having sex with everybody but you? Because you can't say he was having immoral sex and you was involved in the immorality. Right?
You ever wondered why Josh Merrills or Cameron Phillips are never invited on these trips? And if they're invited, they never seem to go?
Because they're straight men and they don't
Same for back in the church days. It was the men right up under him. Not every man, but those who was close to him, Larry had inappropriate dealings with. I will name the full list later in the video, but Lisa, you remember when you stole the phone? You were texting the wrong men. Lisa, if you would have texted me what you text those other men, I would have responded. Lisa, you were right the whole time. Every time you were being gaslit for trying to break into his computer because you knew he was doing something wrong. It was Mako. It was Kendall. I was there. I saw it. He was doing it with me.
He got a type.
He called you crazy. He talked about you. To this day, I've heard you make demeaning jokes about the time you lost your mind because you just knew he was cheating and you were never wrong. And I watched complicit as he made you look like a fool. And again, I say to you, I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Right, Shalisha. Right.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, we got it.
It hurts my heart to know so many people sow into the NBN network weekly, only for the leaders of this organization or the head leader to splurge, wasting money, and from what I have heard, promise much to the members or the patrons, yet drop the ball, underperform, or never fulfill the said projects or promises. One example of wasted funds, you might have heard of a recent story of this guy, this former staff member called Lester Peltier.
As it relates to all the rumors that be going on in folks' minds, just be made up in their mind. I am single and I can do what the hell I want to do. But that ain't happening. Larry Darnell Reid. No. I wish I would be fooling up with a mentally ill, I'm talking about a lover of somebody that's mentally ill, poor, not American citizen. I just can't understand what y'all think. Who y'all think I am? I don't understand that. Do you see my ex-wife? Do you see the I know there are beautiful women around me and beautiful men around me. Y'all see that? So then why am I gonna go after that? Y'all just need to think just a little bit. I'm not having no lover that you gotta be fine in every way, shape. Come on now. And I'm not taking care of you. That's not happening. Let me explain. whoever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take care of them. But you need to be able to take care of your darn self if I was not in the picture, what I'm saying. No, it's crazy. That's the dumbest thing in the world.
He was put on staff to be a chef for the NBN network. Wallace, there was already a chef on staff, Latrice. Lester is now alleging that outside of the contract, which included housing, transportation, and a regular payroll, he was getting way more from Larry. This Lester story is not adding up, even when you hear it from Larry's mouth.
Eventually, we ended up, I was paying for him to stay places, but like his money was tight. So I said, I can kill a nigga, you have to come to Atlanta. So he came to Atlanta, which was good because they got the contract of marriage.
Not the plane.
It's always interesting. So it was time for Thanksgiving or Christmas, and Marco wasn't gone right. He always had one of old people there. And he left, he went to his aunt's house and took his stuff. But while he was there, just considering all different stuff that was going on, Marco said, let's send the rest of his stuff there. You know, like this, so we can stay a little bit right longer so we can just clear our mind and find out what we're going to do. It's okay. Well, he started thinking, these people are trying to get rid of me. So he's in New York. I feel like we're trying to get rid of him. He flew back to Miami. But he ended up homeless because he had no money. And he got frostbitten and had to go to the hospital. So he gets mad. And guess who he called? This shit, baby. Oh, Jesus. We're going to check this out. So when I hear him saying this on the phone, I'm like, okay, let's see what happened. Let me get to the phone call. So he calls Mr. Whitehead. Now, we don't know any stuff that's going on. Come find out Mr. Whitehead was going to pay him $20,000 up front, $20,000 a year. Flew him back to New York, put him in a hotel room for 3 days. He's going to meet him at 8 o'clock. He called us at 6.
Do y'all see why y'all can't give everybody y'all money?
That's time.
Y'all see what's supposed to be doing with y'all doing?
But he didn't, Marco didn't block. So he called Marco. And he said, I'm got in contact with Bishop Blackhead. We're going to do a story on Reid. And y'all push me to marry Latrice. He said all the stuff he needed to say to set up. Like we're trying to make it a federal thing. And when Michael said, well, why are you calling telling me this? After he called his cousin. I just want Reid to call me, you know. I can't believe he did this. I know this is not how he is. What's going on? But see, I was trying to tell him in November, so I said, I'm doing a whole lot. I can't take care of you and do what I got to do. And so, you know me, Marco called me and tell me what's going on. I said, okay, what's up with that? Marco said, Reid.
Blind following people.
He just been talking to me. I feel like he talked to him.
Blind following. See what happened?
I said, I don't give a fuck. I said, don't nobody try to make me do something. I said, I'm grown. And I'm about to get up there. He said, no, that's okay. He called my whole name. And it's like something just clicked. He said, listen to me, Larry, Reid. Call me. So I grabbed the phone and I called him. And as soon as I picked up the phone, I'm so sorry. I got something to tell you. Lamar, which is his first name, I've been knowing him since 2019. He paid me to get close to you and get inside your business to find out who you are. So they just had to let that whole thing go because he didn't go through it. So he apologized. Make sure he has somewhere to stay close to my life.
Tell me where I can find it.
So I had Larry Lappin has some savings in an apartment in the Buckingham.
Now, why would you take care of someone whom you thought was betraying you? Up until April 2023, Larry and Lester were cool because I have the text messages where he was trying to recommend masseuses, and Lester was one of the ones he was recommending.
Larry sounds like he is real sloppy with his dealings with these men.
The site with me.
He sounds like because of who he is, he just feel like he is untouchable. Oh my God. Y'all, it's the text messages for me. What? I ain't gonna show y'all. It's pictures of food, some torso pictures, some Krispy Kremes.
He was staying in the apartment financed by your seed sowing.
Hey, Yvonne,
those of you that are part of Reformation Church, doing what up until June before he was attempted to be kicked out? If you listen to Lester's story, there was no bad blood up until June of last year. The recording is in January of last year. So for 6 months, he was receiving money, something, if anything, lodging on you all's
Is these men like
dime.
mostly prostitutes that he brought into the church to employ?
And if patterns don't lie, Larry, your sexual involvement makes sense why you would have your cousin Latrice marry him.
What?
Because according to Mako, he never wanted to marry Latrice. But guess who pushed it and darn near made him do it? You did.
Also, Latrice
You've used Latrice twice to lock your boyfriends in. And that's not nice.
I asked Latrice, will she be interested in a contract of marriage? She was like, okay. She liked him anyway. She said, okay, fine. Of course, she was not trying to have sex with him, right? Just to have a friendship. Him and Josh getting on the.
What? Wait a second. So you talked your cousin into marrying the gay man that you was having sex with, and she said okay? I'm telling you, boy, the root. Let me tell you, the root, the root. Like my grandma used to say, the root of the evil. Boy, the root of the shenanigans is money. For the love of it, boy. What? And you knew he wasn't gonna want to, and you knew he was gay. A contract marriage for what? She stupid. I'm sorry, that was harsh.
Allegedly, the NBN network accountant or ex-accountant was stealing money. Hard-earned prophetic seeds.
Not prophetic
patrons
seeds.
Sold at the word of their prophet, Larry Reid. The accountant's name, the ex or former accountant's name is Eddie Banks. He was able to steal, according to what Larry told me, $6,000 at a time. Now, Eddie, I'm not accusing you of doing it. You got to go ask Larry why he would call and tell me that. All the trips that you've seen me on, I never paid a dime.
And you look like you
not a hotel room, not a meal, not a plane ticket. Thank you, sowers of the NBN network.
That's crazy.
Every car they drive, the jewelry, clothes in the houses of not just Larry, but partially the entire leadership is off of the back of the NBN church members, the patrons, the LRL platform supporters.
How many members was it?
And let me tell you, there's not one household.
For real, Shalisha. No
one's paying mortgage. Your seeds are being poured into rent. 2 houses in Atlanta, 1 house in Charlotte, 1 house at one time 2 houses in Miami, 1 house in LA. It was around about, I don't know the exact number, but I guarantee you it was near $60,000 a month at one time that your seed sowing was paying into rent for one man and his team.
What?
No one generates a real penny. No one is a true entrepreneur. No one is making a significant amount of money or living outside of the NBN network. It is all off of you. It's not even the YouTube views. They're not that high for him to be around so long.
What?
It's all off of you in the Reformation Church and in Patreon. We were watching a video. The producer and I was watching a video yesterday, and one woman
sold into Larry, and she said, Larry, I sent you all I got. And
Reid,
my heart almost broke because these people believe in you.
Believe in you to do what, though? First of all, if my rent is due on the 1st, I'm not going to sow shit into you. Stop, people, stop being sheep. Are you kidding me? Because at the end of the day, you still are of the world. You can still believe and have your faith and all of that. But you are of the world. Your rent still got to get paid. Your bills still got to get paid. And y'all sending these grown-ass people who lying to y'all. And just because they know how to speak a little bit in the tongue and because they can do a two-step in the church house, y'all, and because they could quote the Bible and do in the Lord. Y'all know how they doing it. Y'all be willing to be homeless for these people. Come on, bro. Come on. Just because a person can use words, y'all giving it up because people can use words. Believe in the spirit, not in the man. Let me say it again. Jerry, put that on a shirt. Believe in the spirit and not in the man. Won't he do it? Because what is we talking about? This man is over here sleeping with every man in the church house. And this man is married. And some of these people are still sowing into this man. Hey, Rania, still sowing into this man. What I'm not going to do is put in no message and say, Larry Reid, I sent all I had.
Sowing penis.
You can't even say where's the man at, because shit, the man is giving it up. The fuck is going? Oh,
You are
hell, I can
literally
use words.
raising dark, deviant hell behind the scenes.
Ooh,
And I know there are some that's going to keep on supporting you,
facts.
but I'm just trying to help somebody
You can't
not
help them.
make
Once
a
the people
mockery
believe,
or
the people
fool out of
believe.
themselves
It's gonna be
any
hard.
longer.
That's a cult following. I'm a pause.
Now, this doesn't include Cameron and Erica Phillips or Josh Merrills or Felicia and mostly Nathan Locklear. Okay, these people are fairly smart and could leave the NBN network right now and live a healthy, profitable lifestyle. Everyone else needs your time.
Larry Reid over here taking trips, paying for the boys, paying for the milkshake to bring the boys to the yard, houses, jewelry. They living better. These preachers out here be living better than their congregation a lot of the times. And that's a problem. Like, why? Because they pander to people that they feel like don't have nobody else. That don't have nobody else to believe in. They don't believe in themselves. And so they pander. Oh my God. The red pill community panders. I'll say it. A lot of people in the Christian community pander. A lot of people in the tea community pander. A lot of people in the cartoon community pander. Everybody panders. Hell, the gaming community pander. Hell, like, but you giving this man your last? I be goddamn. Not I, said the cat. Nigga wouldn't get a 4 for 4 from me.
To sustain the life you're trying to sow to get. I have heard more than enough stories of people going broke, being unhoused, and utterly depressed.
See?
Because Larry teaches a type of gospel that subtly demands you give or sow at the powerless word of the prophet with no significant manifestation.
And when you go to church and all the prophet or the bishop, whatever title they want to give themselves, if all they talking about is the money, and if you want me to talk to God, give me $100. If you want to know what God said back to me, give me $250. If you want to know what the angel said, give me $500. Do you want to know when you're gonna see Jesus? Give me $1,000. When they doing that, get your ass up and walk. Let's just keep it a buck. These niggas ain't talking because these is niggas. Waking up with I'm sorry you have to hear me speak like this. But these is niggas. These niggas ain't talking to no Jesus. They don't have no spirit. They don't have no awakening. They don't have nothing in their body. What they have is money. And they see it as a money grab. and they go for it. And it sucks. That other one, what's the one who, it was a shooting at his church? He do it too. But it sucks that it's a lot of black people who do this to black people. It sucks. But y'all fall, but, and it be the same story. It be the same okie doke, different person. When do we stop falling for the nonsense? Oh, I'm just appalled. Osteen, he do it too. Them folks is over there probably, child.
Which is then attributed to the era of the sower. And for what I understand, the response is, if you're not receiving blessings from your seed, there must be financial sin in your life. Well, can you guess what the solution is?
Hold on. Because see, he gonna have me fucked up tonight. What is financial sin? If I sow a seed into you and I don't get my blessing, that means that I have committed financial sin. And y'all sit there and y'all be like, oh shit. All he did was put sin behind it. And people just crumble. People just fall to their knees. Anytime you put sin behind something, people just fall to their knees. There is no such thing as financial sin. Financial, is it in the Bible? There is no such thing as financial sin. And then they tell you to go reference the Bible because they know ain't nobody gonna reference the Bible. They gonna take the word of the man. Ooh. I know he up there just disgusted at the world. Ooh, I know he disgusted. Lord, please forgive these folks. Not really, but... Right, financial sin is buying hotel rooms to sleep with married men and you a whole ass man. Talk about it today.
Financial sin? Sow again. So you see the cycle? I sow, nothing happens. I feel like I'm sinning. So I sow, nothing happens. I feel like I'm sinning. So I sow, nothing happens. In the meantime, while you're going in that loop, they're in Aruba, in Miami, and here, we were in LA.
Yeah.
We were eating the best steaks off of that loop.
And meanwhile, you over here eating ramen.
Hotels off of that loop. Some of this camera equipment I purchased off of that loop.
Yeah.
I'm not a hero here.
Steve.
I'm a whistleblower. In my conclusion, I am a gay man. I've had my share of gay sexual experiences, more than I would have liked to have.
Okay, talk about it.
I've done everything that come to my mind outside of hard drugs. My nose, my allergies, and sinuses will not allow me to do that. That being said, these men I named participating in gay sex is not the issue. Outside of Levante, these are grown men.
Facts.
The issue is the lies, deceit, and hypocrisy as they talk about others
right
while doing the same thing themselves. It's Larry dragging Lisa all these years on her mothering and leaving him for a woman when he never even fathered his kids. Kendall, Larry, Latrice, and Mako, and myself did.
On an iPhone, the App Store.
So the wife left him for a woman. So he over here messing around with men on his wife, and then the wife ends up leaving him for a woman. So what the fuck is going on in this church?
And you didn't have to leave her for a man. You kept the men in your house the whole time. It was Larry treating Latrice like she was a dirty dog and dragging Deja McBride's name in the mud because Latrice was dating Deja, a younger member in the church, while having at least, the very least, an improper communication with Levante Andrews. Also, at the same time, having sexual dealings with Shamaka Bryant, Kendall Peacock, Nathan Locklear, Diamario Hines, and myself, Vincent Terrell Hill. Now, I want to say sorry, Diamario Hines. I wasn't going to put your name in this because as far as I know, you don't deal with Larry anymore or that crew. However, your name was publicly put out by Delquan, and I happened to hear the interview this morning. So I might as well confirm what Delquan was saying. Larry told me himself that one day you came over the house, you laid on the floor, poked your booty out, and Larry dry humped you.
What?
And y'all did some other things, maybe some petting or something like that. That's what Larry told me. If it's a lie, go to Larry. If it's the truth, I don't know what to tell you. The point is, this man is a dark, deviant, evil narcissist.
Oh, here we go.
In all of these cases, you all's names are dragged in it because he never cared about any of us in the first place. He is sick. These people that have accused him might be liars. They might not pay their bills. They might have issues. They might not be of character. But for the interviews that I saw or heard, none of those people have characterized Larry Reid wrongly. Just because, Larry, you can assassinate characters don't mean that your character is clean. Just because somebody don't pay their bills or they owe somebody money don't mean they're lying on you.
Right.
Everybody is not lying on you. It's the fact that you act as if you've only tried peeing. You would do it if you wanted to do it. These kind of soft launches so you can come back to your audience and say, oh, well, I told y'all. No. Tell the truth. You kept a 13-year sexual relationship with me. You enjoyed it. You wanted it. And when I didn't want to give it to you, you demanded it. You like men more than you like women. Stop playing with these people. It's the fact that you have done stories on Brian Carn, E. Dewey Smith, Matthew Stevenson, Jamal Bryant, James Hall. I got to eat that one too. Some of these people we did stories together on. Darrell Walls and countless others, while you are way more sinister and dark and deviant and ugly on the inside than they will ever be. This whole idea of the platform being about women and kids, how is that when the woman in your life you've mistreated ever since I've known you and her? And those kids you deal with when you want to deal with them. You all have been lied to. Oh, how can I forget T.D. Jakes? For peace sakes. Manasseh Jordan, if you are truly, truly trying to wave a banner of integrity or truth, discard your partnership with Larry Reid immediately, or everyone that watches this, mark him as a false prophet, shearing the sheep for gain.
Not shearing.
If T.D. Jakes is truly guilty, he won't be brought down by the hands of thieves. In darkness, cosplaying as truth and light. It's not how that works. Bishop Bernard Jordan, if you are as integral and truly a prophet as you say you are, you know I'm telling the truth. You know it. We're Geminis. You know how we roll. Talk some sense into Larry. Sir, if you don't, everyone watching this deem him a false prophet that would rather conveniently receive the seeds off of the back of the poor than to stand up for innocent people who's been trampled over by a dark, deviant psychopath.
Okay.
Do what's right, Bernard Jordan.
Do it, Bernard.
I know you know it. I know you see it. I see that you see it. Do what's right. Now let me speak to content creators because everybody getting this. I don't have no friends. Well, I got friends. But in context of this, I'm equal opportunist. I sat back and watched you all cover Larry's stories and make mockery of it. You sensationalize the abuse of others for clicks and views. You interviewed people who are not credible. You were so excited to tell the story. The real truth was lost amongst hours and hours of pointless banter, lots of shade and other nonsense in your YouTube and Facebook lives. You're wasting time. Stop manipulating the stories of manipulators to grow your channel. If you all would have simply done what I did today, just plainly just tell the story, it would not have been necessary for me to come out of retirement and do what I'm doing right now.
But you could have been did this.
To those who are watching, I got something to say to you too.
Okay, what's up?
God is tired of the lies.
Yeah, he is.
He's sick of the nonsense.
Yeah, he is.
Exposure is here. Leave other people's houses alone and get your house in order. Now, I know the majority of you came over here to be nosy. Hi, my name is Vincent, a soul healer. Welcome to Safe Space. But now that you're here, you are now accountable and responsible for your part in this.
What?
Every time you see a video, you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a psychopath's channel, you are complicit.
Oh, he's talking about
the blood that's on his hands. If I'm telling the truth, if Levantra is telling the truth, poor you're paying for it. You're going to pay for it. All right, here's what I'm going to do moving forward.
Okay.
I'm going to do one question and answer live when I feel like it. Then I'm going to choose one integral platform and one interview only. And after that, I'm going back to soul healing and helping people that want to be helped. God bless. Peace.
Here we go with the interviews and shit. You got a whole platform. What are we doing? What are you doing? Why are you going to somebody else's platform? I mean, you can come over here if that's what you want to do. But why are you going to somebody else's platform to do an interview when you got one? I just never. Put a one in. Do y'all want me to do the Q and? I mean, do y'all want to hear the Q&A? I don't really think it's necessary, honestly, to hear the Q&A, but we can. Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all want to hear his Q&A, and then we can do that, and then we can head on out because it's 8:00. So let's see here. It's 2 hours long. So it's a why now, an open letter to Larry Reid live. Y'all say yeah? Okay. This is a whole lot of chicken noodle soup for the soul, Jesus. It's the sowing of the seeds and things. What we waiting on?
Professionals at filling voids. They have a master's
every day
degree at fulfilling our internal cravings, and they sit in them.
Okay.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. It's God's side and the other side. All of these deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TGJ, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
We can't hear you. You can't hear me? Can you guys hear me now? Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. All right. All right, let's start. My name is Vincent. I am the spiritual leader of Safe Space. I normally teach spirituality and consciousness, but as you've seen yesterday, I had to pause for a second and address some things. I think it's only fair, because I came out swinging for the rafters, that is, that I take a moment and answer questions. So I'm going to do that. All right. I'm going to do that to the best of my ability. What I don't know, I'm not going to make it up.
Hey, welcome
and what
in,
I
everybody.
don't feel like talking about, I'm going to say I don't want to answer that. I have some producers. They are fielding through these questions right now. They'll be adding some to the lower thirds bottom when we get to that. All right. But I have an open letter for Larry I need to read. All right. But before I do that, I got to first ask why now? Because that's the question that everybody wanted to know. So I gave you the order. I'm going to answer why now. I'm going to read the open letter. It's give me about 20 minutes for why now in the open letter. And then I'm going to answer the questions until, yes, Tasha Global. Let me say this real quick. Shout out to Tasha Global. We did use her voice for the very first episode. Thank you very much for letting us use your voice. All right. Let me get into because like I said, I don't like a lot of why now? All right. And I read to keep me out of trouble. All right. So why now? After posting my video yesterday, I got a lot of comments, some good, some not so good. A lot of people asked me, why are you talking about this now? Well, months before yesterday, I've been talking about my tough times and what I went through, what I learned with my private community safe space, with my family, my friends. And if you know me, you know I'm a strong component of therapy, okay? I figured out why I was involved with Larry Reid and his network for 15 years, right? And what happened was the Keke Palmer story broke, then the Diddy and Cassie news broke, and it was a great conversation. And we were getting ready for episode 1, and I was talking to the producer, and I was like, no abuser operates alone. They have a network. Well, the producer looked at me on FaceTime and said, but wasn't you a part of a network?
Ooh.
I froze. Immediately, that question pulled the covers off of me. Because up until that point, because I survived, I chose not to think about those who are not doing as well as I am. I looked at it like, I made it out. I don't care. But the moment he asked me that question, I knew then it is impossible for me to do an episode about exposure when I am hiding. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me read the paper. At any rate.
I don't know why he's hollering. That's that preaching.
So let me tell you this. You can't be a trash collector and not get dirty.
Bars.
You can't be a lifeguard and not get wet.
Gyms.
What I realize is the same darkness that caused me to stay in the community with Larry for 15 years was on some level the darkness that lived in me. See, I know you guys want some reason, and I'm going to get ahead of myself, why I'm doing this. I'm telling you why right now. Literally. If this wasn't the reason, I could just push this on and on and on and on and build my platform. I'm coming straight to the rafters. The problem was me. That is why I was able to leave Larry and the entire network of darkness and then come back, because I left them, but it didn't leave me. Well, didn't he come back? Yes, I did. I left in 2018 and came back in 2021. I did, right? The more I bared my soul out to my private community, safe space, my family and my friends, and in therapy, I began to see how dark everything truly was. At the same time, members from his community found me through him and came to my community disheveled and needing healing. And that made me angry. It made me furious that mishandling was still going on top of what I interpret as abusive finances. I never forget, I had a consultation. I do consultations, and there was one of his members that did a consultation with me. And I asked the person a question that I'm thinking, because, it's high level or whatever. I said, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They were like, what are you talking about? And if you don't know me, I'm hard. I said, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And the person said, well, nobody's never asked me that immediately, because I thought, all of this y'all got going on and your people don't have the basics. But let me stay on my paper. Sorry. And for those that know, when I go live, my producer sits on my left and reels me in. So I'm going back to the script. Script. So why now? Because now was the divine timing to cleanse. I want you guys to hear me. Now was the divine timing to cleanse my soul and free my soul. Why now? Because I can clearly see the mess I was in and how it almost consumed my life. After working through my issues and healing, I see how I assisted Larry in helping to hurt many, even when I really intended to help me. Therapy and talking about it allowed it to finally click.
I'm glad you
playing in Lisa's.
I'm glad you said it. The only reason this man came out and decided he wanted to not jump on, but he wanted to include his story is because the people within Hollywood and some of these elite people or quote unquote elite people, a lot of these quote unquote high value individuals, it was a moment. It was a quick moment in time where all these men was getting put on Front Street. The folks didn't know if they was going to be next or what. You thought Larry Reid was going to be next, bruh, and you wanted to get ahead of it. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like you want to do damage control. It sounds like you want to get ahead of the story before Larry Reid's name was dropped down and it was possibly lawsuits and things like that against Larry Reid. Because a lot of people are doing interviews, a lot of people are coming out and telling their story, but that's where it ends. It ends with the interview. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, child. But he do too much. He doing too much hollering for me. So we gonna finish listening to his Why Now speech, and then we gonna listen to his open letter, and then we gonna end the night there, y'all.
His face all these years was evil. Y'all talking about he must want money and he this. Who wants to carry around that guilt on their consciousness for the rest of their life?
Well, shit, you did it for 15 years.
I smiled in that lady's face. And I'm just going to move on with my life?
You did it for
15 years.
You did it for 15 years.
If that's not enough reason to do what I did yesterday, y'all are dead in your souls.
Oh.
You have no conscience.
Says the man who was sleeping with a man who was married to a woman and was smiling in the woman's face. Says the man who was complicit in doing a whole lot for 15, 13 years. And you want to say, if we question it, and if we feel like you shouldn't cleanse your soul, that we the ones dead inside? Boy, all right then.
Get back to the paper.
Get back to your script, baby.
Therapy, it helped me to see, it helped me to see, though I never will get the full context of Levantre's story. Why? Because I really didn't know and couldn't track it. Y'all heard the recording where Larry said, Shamako told him to ask Vincent how to handle this because Vincent knows how to handle these things. I remember the night it was going on because Larry pulled everybody in the office and told them, and I was sitting on the outside of the table. Mako and Larry stayed up all night long. By the time I got to Larry, I said, what is going on? He said, nothing, don't worry about it. Next thing I know, Levantre came back. Years later, some 5, 6, 7, maybe, I'm not doing the math right now, I've left Larry and someone that was close to me said, you need to go talk to him. And that's when I found out.
Cal, yes, he is.
Now, mind you, guess who's talking now? Guess who whistleblowed? Maybe that's why no one told me. Excuse me, I get excited and knock over my cups and stuff. See, the devil's busy. He don't want this truth to get out either, but shy. The devil don't want this truth to get out. Hallelujah. All right.
This shit is a joke.
There's no way in the world.
This shit is a pure joke.
Because the fixer in me, hear me, the fixer in me would have not allowed Levantre to come back if I would have known those accusations was out there. Nobody called the cops. There was nobody did an article. It didn't go viral. It was hush hush. And that's why black families don't survive. That's why friends don't survive.
Yeah, I can't. I'm done. I can't. I don't even want to hear his open letter. It's too much of that. It's too much of that. That's why the black family is this, and that's why black people this, and when you was the one over here doing the absolute goddamn most, and then you want to say that's why black people, no, that's why church folks. Say that. Don't say the black family. Say that's why church folks do X, Y, and Z. Put it back on these alleged church folks. And these prophets and these pastors and these bishops and these deacons and these ministers. Put it on them. God damn it. It ain't the black family ain't the only one. The black people is within the family ain't the only people contributing to the brokenness of the community and of the family. It's motherfuckers who want to come over here and want to get paid and want to get the clicks and the views and want to exploit and want to do all of that. And when shit seems like it's getting too hot, and when the block is getting too hot, now all of a sudden you want to come out and tell your story, and then you want to say the devil's a lie, and God is this, and the devil is that, and God did this, and Jesus said this. Stop. Because at the end of the day, all it's about is money for y'all. That's it. The woke community, these weird ass Christian communityers, it's all about money. Y'all don't give a fuck about nobody. Y'all don't give a damn about the betterment of nobody. You got teachers that saying that the kids can barely recognize goddamn shapes. Y'all don't care about nobody. Then y'all want to come for that man saying that he's exploiting kids. He's not exploiting his students. He's calling shit to the forefront, which is what a lot of teachers is agreeing with him, and a lot of parents is agreeing with him, because some of y'all is letting y'all pastors and y'all bishops raise your kids, and they ain't teaching them shit but how to be scammers. The fuck? Y'all not teaching them right. Y'all not teaching them nothing. And then when you want to say what the black community ain't doing, and what the black family ain't doing, and what the black woman ain't doing, and what the black man ain't doing, what are you doing? What are you doing? You what, contributing to another black woman's trust issues? My dude, because you was sitting there fucking her husband and smiling in her face. So miss me with the bravado in your voice. Miss me with that. And then because you want to come out and tell your story, you want everything, you want the slate to be wiped clean, you want everybody to be like, oh, he's good. You was a part of a network. So what was your net worth? I'll wait. I'm just saying, like, everybody does, and it still is going to be people who is going to follow up behind Larry Reid, who's going to follow up behind TD Jakes, who's going to follow up behind because you speak a certain way, just because you use a tone, it's the tone and the emphasis and all of that. Just because you do all of that, they ain't telling you nothing but God said if you want to be rich, you can be rich. God said if you want a job, you can get a job. That type of shit. They not saying they ain't saying nothing in the pulpit, and the Lord knows. They ain't saying nothing in them pulpits that's profound. They ain't saying nothing in them pulpits that's gonna help anybody. They not saying nothing in them pulpits that's gonna help with the betterment. Why? Because they speaking to broken people who don't want to be fixed any damn way. They talk to a bunch of people who don't know how to be nothing but a follower. Because if you leading and if you know how to lead yourself, you're not giving your last to no man. Are you serious? Hell, you might as well give your money to Ron and let him flip it. Because I can damn near guarantee you when you get that eviction notice and you call your pastors and things, they not going to help you. They not going to even answer the phone. They going to tell you you ain't gave enough for them to help you. What are we talking about? What? And I grew up in the church on the usher board and some more stuff. And my church would have never. That was not the vibes. Not the vibes. Hell, I feel like the church just now upgraded the damn pews. Like, what are we talking about? Meanwhile, he telling you what you can have, and so, and it's the sowing of the seed for me. Boy, that soil is hard and dry. It ain't nothing to sow. If you know you need a job, why is you giving this man $20? So he can speak to Jesus on behalf of you, to speak to an employer on behalf of you? It's your faith. You can't depend on a man to have the faith for you. See, that's the problem with a lot of church people. They looking for the man to have the faith for them because they don't want to go to God themselves. Y'all don't, child. You need to go to him yourself. That man ain't talking to Jesus. He don't even know his phone number. And when he do call, he get a busy signal. And when he get a busy signal, he jump in his Escalade and he dip. What? Y'all paying for livelihoods. Y'all sowing into livelihoods, people. You're sowing into livelihoods. It was a woman who was dying. Her pastor came by to collect her money. See what I'm talking about? Hey, Artrell. See what I'm talking about? That's crazy to me. I remember back in the day when your pastor would come see you when you was sick and shut in. Your pastor would come and see you if there was a death in the family. The preachers and the pastors was making house calls. I remember the days. I remember when they would come and go to the hospitals and pray and pray over people and speak life into people. I remember when they would have tutoring services at the church for these kids. I remember when they would go and beat the streets of the community. These motherfuckers just want the bling and the bag. That's it. The bing, the bag, and some of them want the boys. So no, miss me with that whole the black family. Because the broken back black family is coming to y'all to be saved and coming to y'all to help. And you motherfuckers is on yachts in Miami. Jesus be the fence. Now you got to pay them to come. Joel Osteen charging people to come visit. You see what I'm saying? I remember the only time you seen your pastor get dressed up was on Easter and Christmas. Now these niggas is wearing Versace suits every Sunday. It's blasphemy if they ain't walking in there in Gucci. What? Joe Osteen wouldn't even let people into his church when Texas was flooded. Closed his doors on them people. The same people that was going to go to him that Sunday and tithe. What are we talking about? So miss me with what the black community is and what the black community ain't, because y'all contribute to it. Y'all contribute to it. Y'all don't help the black nothing. Y'all don't help the black community, the black family, the nothing. All y'all look out for is self. Self. Please. Oh, I am appalled. That I just couldn't, y'all. I just now you want to be holier than thou. Now you want to be righteous. You know it's Grand Fam all day, Grambling State University. You dig? But now you want to sit on your platform and be righteous and be holier than thou because you've told your story 15 years later. Your story is your story to tell. Kudos to you for telling your story, but don't do that. Don't do that. Because in the midst of that, you never not once said it in no video that I've heard, and I'll keep listening, of what y'all did for the black community. What did y'all do for the black community? Because all I heard about was dick pics and the best dick sucker I ever had and nudes and niggas taking pictures with their back arched and booty tooted. I have yet to hear anybody say what any of these pastors, bishops, and things has done for anybody. My opinion, unpopular opinion. I'm sorry. It's my unpopular opinion. Jesus. Oh, he touched a nerve. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for your girl. Welcome. If you have any suggestions, any channels, any videos that you want me to watch, tune into. Hey, Izzy, that you would like for me to watch, tune into, to do a reaction to, if you want my opinion on, you know, a video, a YouTube video, or a TikTok video, or shit, even on Facebook, because they say it's some, you know, the shenanigans is over on Facebook as well. You can definitely let me know. I have a community wall post up. It's going to be up there for a while. Asking for suggestions if you guys want to do that over there. I appreciate you guys for tuning in for this hour and some change. Hit the thumbs up button before you leave me tonight. If you are catching the replay, I love y'all to pieces. Hit the thumbs up button for your girl, for the uno and the dos. And yeah. This was, I enjoyed, this was y'all know I'm having a ball. Oh, thank you so much. I am having a ball doing these. I'm having a ball. I am. So y'all have a wonderful night. If anything pops up that I think is interesting, or if y'all send me something, then we'll be back tomorrow. I love y'all so much. Have a great evening. Bye, everybody.